What's up, everyone? It's Train Freak here, and today I've got a Ashley Drew and Northern 40-foot wood chip hopper made by Athearn on their ready-to-roll line. Now, Ashley Drew and Northern acquired these from the Missouri Pacific, so this would be an ex-Mopac car. And Ashley Drew and Northern exclusively only use these on their railroad line to ship the wood chips from the lumber mill to either the paper plant or the plywood plant. I can't remember exactly. My buddy Steven Schuth, he's the one who really knows the AD&N stuff, and I actually did an interview with him not too long ago. There's a card in the upper right corner if you want to go check that video out on your spare time. He knows anything and everything about Ashley Drew and Northern. So, and we did talk about the Georgia Pacific plant in Crossett, Arkansas. That wasn't just one plant, it was a complex of plants where they had both the sawmill, the lumber mill, like a plywood mill, and even the paper mill. So it was all in one. So let's get further into this wood chip car. Now, I previously did one on the Bowser, and I bought 3 of these Bowsers, all different road numbers. This time, I got my hands on all 9 Ashley Drew and Northern from Athearn. Now, the way Athearn does it is they only do one single, which happens to be road number 120, or AD&N 120, but they do have 2 separate 4-packs. Let me zoom out so you can see a little better on that. And that is road numbers 122, 133, 130, and looks like 141. And then the other 8-pack is 126, 135, 144, and 129. So it gives a really good range of cars to choose from. So let's go ahead and open up our first one here. It'll be easier to open the single than the 4-packs. And then we'll take a better look. And we might even do a comparison. Alright. So here's our car. So let's zoom in a little more. Alright, so as it appears, the green does look a little off. I don't know how well this shows in the camera, but it kind of shows more of like a faded olive green compared to the other ones. Let me grab one of the other ones, and you can really see a difference. Alright, here we go. So there we got 2 different colored greens, and now you see what I'm talking about. Now, I do not know which one is prototypically correct, but the right color of green for Ashley Drew and Northern would be the same green used by the Burlington Northern. So, not too sure as to which one is right and which one is wrong. As far as our Athearn car, it looks like we got a little bit bigger logo in the middle. Not 100% sure which one is correct, but we do have a much smaller road number, which looking at the only prototypical picture I could find on railroadpicturesarchives.net, I am going to say that this one is the more correct number. Now, these cars, when they were painted, from my understanding, they were sent up to Little Rock, to some factory up there. They were repainted into the Ashley Drew Northern green, had their herald put on it, road numbers. They did not have any build dates put on it, because even after 50 years, it couldn't be interchanged with another railroad once they're 50 years old. But the Ashley Drew Northern used these all the way up until the end of their existence, which was in 1996. I do not know exactly what year they purchased these cars from the Missouri Pacific. I would assume it would be when the Mopac acquired some of the they're Gunderson wood chip hoppers, the much bigger ones. But yeah. So other things, we got 2 separate wood loads. Now the wood load on this one seems flat all the way across, and it's real low. So this is the Bowser one. You can barely see that it's over the side of the car. The Athearn one shows to be a lot higher, so I do like that aspect. I like these loads a lot better, and they're not flat and even. They're kind of off, which makes it look like that it was loaded in 3 different spots of the car. Also to note that these are not molded handrails. These are actually, or grab irons, these are actually separately applied. So that is definitely much better. Here's the B end. Yep, separate applied grab irons, and it makes it look so much better than the Bowser one that are all, these are all molded. So you can see that they're just molded. Now with a good, pin wash on this, we might be able to make it look a little better. But I don't know. I'm really digging these right here. Like I said, the only thing that I see that's wrong on it is the road number. It does have the chip service only return to Crossett, Arkansas. So that's good. Let's see here. Of course, it's got the car specifications. It even has the right trucks, which are not the roller bearing, but the I think they're called friction bearing trucks. This one here, we still got friction bearing trucks. Chip service only return to Crossett, Arkansas. Car specs. Now on this side, it says it's got the cubic feet of 4525 underneath the road number. Not seeing anything on that side with it. Let's go back and see if that was spec'd on this car. And if I can get the focus to work, there we go. Yeah, it doesn't look like it was spec'd on this car at all. So, but I don't know. It's like I said, I only see one flaw, and that's this right here. Other than that, that's a much better car. Of course, what I'll have to do is, they do come with plastic knuckle couplers. Those will have to be swapped out with Katie's. And then, of course, once I do that, I'll check the height, the coupler heights and things like that. So, but that's pretty much my review on this car and a little bit of history to go with it. Sometimes the history always helps, especially when we try to not necessarily be rivet counters, but more or less try to model appropriately. So for those that are modeling the Ashley Drew Northern, like I said, this would actually stay on their railroad. They would not. These Ashley Drew Northern went from Crossett, Arkansas to Monticello, Arkansas. It was a 40.5-mile line. But from my understanding is these cars only stayed in Crossett. They did not leave. So they went straight from the sawmill where they received wood chips, and I want to say they delivered them to the paper mill. So, all right. Well, I'm going to leave at it. And let's see what this thing looks like. We might put all 12 cars on the layout and see what it looks like. So, be back here in a minute. Alright everyone, this is going to wrap up the Athearn Ready to Row Ashley Durham Northern 40-foot wood chip hopper, which would be ex-Missouri Pacific, and also a comparison of the ones that Bowser made as well. I'd like to hear your thoughts on either car, the comparison and contrast between both of them. Which one do you like better? Comment below. And also don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up so you can receive more cool content like this one here. And thumbs up always helps, get it out there on YouTube's algorithms. So other than that, I'm going to let y'all have at it. Y'all be safe out there and happy railroading.